Good afternoon. Welcome to the Greenville High School Theater Club presentation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Thank you so much for joining us today. Enjoy the show, everybody.
Welcome to the tale of a delicious adventure in a wonderful land. You can tell it would be delicious. Can't you smell it already? How I just love that gorgeous, gorgeous smell. You've all heard of Cadbury's, Hershey's, Nestle's, Wonka. What's that? What's that, you say? What's Wonka? Why, Wonka chocolate, of course. I'll admit that Willy Wonka's chocolate is fairly new, but it is simply the greatest chocolate ever invented. I mean, Mr. Willy Wonka himself is simply the most amazing, the most fantastic, the most extraordinary chocolate maker the world has ever seen. He's invented things like, say, why? I'm not going to tell you what he's invented. You came to see that for yourself, so I'll let you do just that. But before I do, I should perhaps fill you in on what's been happening around here lately. Because Mr. Willy Wonka makes the best chocolate in the whole wide world, 3 other great chocolate makers, known as Mr. Fickelgruber, Mr. Prognose, and Mr. Slugworth, sent spies to work for Mr. Wonka in order to discover his secrets. And they must have been good spies because soon afterwards, these 3 chocolate makers began making such Wonka favorites as ice cream that never melts, chewing gum that never loses its flavor, and candy balloons that you can blow up into huge sizes before you pop them with a pin and gobble them up. Mr. Wonka didn't know what to do. He didn't know who the spies were, and if he continued to operate his factory, all of his secrets might be stolen. So he did the only thing he could. He sent all the workers home and closed down the factory. And you might think that would be the end of Mr. Wonka, but no sirree, not him. After months and months went by, the factory suddenly began operating again. But nobody knew who was running the place. Nobody ever came in, and nobody ever went out. The only thing anybody would see were shadows dancing in front of the lighted windows at night. Mighty strange. Well, anyway, to get back to the story, soon there was a big article in the town newspaper saying that in order to start selling a lot of candy once again, Mr. Wonka was holding a contest. Yes, sir! That's right, a contest. He had secretly wrapped 5 golden tickets under 5 ordinary wrapping papers and 5 ordinary candy bars. The candy bars are said to be found in any shop, in any street, in any town, in any country in the world, upon any counter where Wonka candies are sold. The 5 winners were tour Mr. Wonka's new factory and take home enough chocolate for the rest of their lives. Now that, my friends, is where our story begins.
We are here today where 4 of the golden tickets have already been found. Oh, by the way, would you like to meet our 4 lucky people? All right, listen and watch carefully. I think they're here somewhere. Let's see. Augustus Gloop, where are you, Augustus Gloop?
Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. I love chocolate. I must eat all the time. Food, food. This golden ticket is my meal ticket to eat and eat and eat. Chocolate, chocolate.
Well, friends, that was our first golden ticket finder, Augustus Gloop. Let's see now if the lucky girl who found our second golden ticket is here. Oh, Violet Beauregard.
I'm a gum chewer normally, but when I heard about these ticket things of Mr. Wonka's, I laid off the chewing gum and switched to candy bars in hopes of striking it lucky. Now, of course, I'm right back on gum. I just adore gum. I can't do without it. I munch it all day long, except for a few minutes at meal times when I take it out and stick it behind my ear for safekeeping. To tell you the honest truth, I simply wouldn't feel comfortable if I didn't have that little wedge of gum to chew every moment of the day. I really wouldn't. My mother says it's not ladylike and it looks ugly to see a girl's jaws going up and down like mine all the time, but I don't agree. And who's she to criticize anyways? Because if you ask me, I'd say her jaws are going up and down almost as much as mine are just from yelling at me every minute of the day. And now may I just get a note, this piece of gum I'm chewing right at this very moment is one I've been working on for over 3 months solid. That's a record that is, it's being the record of my best friend, Miss Cornelia Prince Medal, and boy, was she ever mad. It's my most treasured possession now, this piece of gum is. At night, I just stick it on the end of the bedpost, and it's as good as ever in the morning. A bit hard at first, maybe, and
Such a charming girl. Isn't she wonderful? The third golden ticket was found by another lucky girl. Her name is Veruca Salt. Is Veruca here now?
Where's my golden ticket? I want my golden ticket! Oh, wait. Here it is. As soon as I told my father that I simply had to have one of those golden tickets, he went out into the town and started buying up all the Wonka candy bars he could lay his hands on. Thousands of them he must have bought, hundreds of thousands. Then he had them loaded to his truck and shipped directly to his own factory. He's in the peanut business, you see. He's got about 100 women working from all over his joint, shelling peanuts for roasting and salting. That's what they do all day long, those women. They just sit there shelling peanuts. So he says to them, okay, girls, he says, from now on you can stop shelling peanuts and start shelling the wrappers off these crazy candy bars instead. And they did. He had every worker in the place yanking the wrappers off those bars of chocolate, full speed ahead from morning till night. But 3 days went by and we had no luck. Oh, it was terrible. I got more and more upset each day, and each time he would come home, I would scream at him, where's my golden ticket? I want my golden ticket! And I would lie on the floor for hours, kicking and yelling in the most disturbing way. But then, on the evening of the 4th day, one of his women workers shouted, I got it, a golden ticket! And he said, give it to me quick! And she did. And he rushed home and gave it to me. And now, I'm all smiles, and we have a happy home once again.
Thank you, Veruca. Isn't she a lovely girl? The last golden ticket was found by a boy named Mike TV. I wonder if Mike's got his ticket with him. Where are you, Mike?
Of course I've got a golden ticket, but why can't everyone leave me alone? I want to watch television. I watch all the shows every day, even the crummy ones where there's no shooting. I like the gangsters the best. They're terrific, those gangsters, especially when they start pumping each other full of lead, or flashing the old stilettos, or giving each other the 1, 2, 3 with their knuckle dusters. Oh boy, what I want to give to be doing that myself. It's the life, I tell ya. It's terrific.
And that, folks, was Mike TV. Sorry for bothering you, Mike. Let's go.
Now let's take a look at the hero of our story, Charlie Bucket and his family. Let me introduce them to you. This is the home of Charlie Bucket. 6 people live here, and there are only 2 rooms and only 1 bed, so you can see that life is extremely uncomfortable. These 2 very old people are the father and mother of Mrs. Bucket. Their names are Grandpa Joe and Grandma Josephine. And these 2 very old people are the father and mother of Mr. Bucket. Their names are Grandpa George and Grandma Georgina. The bed was given to the 4 old grandparents because they were so old and tired, and of course they're all over 90 years old. And this is Mrs. Bucket, and little Charlie Bucket sleep on mattresses upon the floor. As you know, it can be very cold in the wintertime, and they can't afford to buy a better house because they don't have any money. Mrs. Bucket is the only one that can work. Well, she lost her job a few months ago. Yes, it's very sad, but you see, the toothpaste factory had to close down. Without Mr. Wonka's chocolate factory open, nobody bought candy, nobody got cavities, and nobody had to buy toothpaste, and you know how it goes. Oh, I almost forgot. This is the hero of our story, Charlie Bucket. Charlie's a nice boy. Of course, he's been starving lately. In fact, the whole family has. I'm worried about Charlie, though. Why? Did you know that he is so weak from not eating that he walks slowly instead of running like the other kids so he can save his energy? Well, I've said far too much already. Let's see what's happening at the Bucket house now. I'll see you later.
Well, I see that 4 children have found golden tickets. I wonder who the 5th lucky person will be.
I hope it's not like that positive boy.
This story is a group of children.
Or the had such a useless life as that TV boy. It makes you wonder if all children behave like this nowadays. Like these brats we've been hearing about.
Oh, of course not. Some of them, of course. In fact, quite a lot of them do. Not all.
And now there's only one ticket left.
Think so. And just as sure as I'll be having cabbage soup for supper tomorrow, that ticket will go to some nasty little beast who doesn't deserve it.
You know, I bet I've known someone who'd like to find a golden ticket. How about it, Charlie? You love chocolate more than anyone I ever saw.
Why, yes, I sure would, Grandpa Joe. You know, it just about makes me faint when I have to pass Mr. Long's chocolate factory every day as I go to school. The smell of that wonderful chocolate. Why, it often makes me so dreamy that I fall asleep in front of Mr. Long's fence. But I guess I should realize that it's not true. Just imagine me imagining I could win the 5th golden ticket. Why, it's pure imagination.
Well, my boy, it may be it's your imagination. But I've heard it said that sometimes what you imagine is true.
Gee, you really think so, Grandpa Joe? Gee, I wonder. $0.50! Oh boy! One Wonka Whipple Scrumptious Fudge Vanilla Delight, please.
Certainly. Here you go.
It's the golden ticket. I found Wonka's golden ticket. I found Wonka's golden.
Listen, boy. You take that ticket home and don't let anyone see it. Run all the way home. Do you understand me?
Thank you.
I congratulate you, little boy. You found the 5th golden ticket. May I introduce myself? I am Slugwood, president of Slugwood Chocolates Incorporated. Now listen, because I'm going to make you very rich indeed. At this moment, Mr. Wonka is working on a fantastic invention, the everlasting gobstopper. If he succeeds, it will ruin you. What I need for you to do is get a hold of just one everlasting gobstopper and bring it to me so I can find the secret formula. If you succeed, your reward will be $10,000. Think about it, will you? New home for your family, good food and comfort for the rest of their lives, and don't forget the name, the everlasting gobstopper.
Mom! Grandparents! I found it! The 5th golden ticket is mine! Look!
Yippee! You did it, Charlie! You found the ticket! Here, read it out so we can all hear what it says.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. It says, "Greetings to you, the lucky finder of this golden ticket from Mr. Willy Wonka. I shake you warmly by the hand. Tremendous things are in store for you. Many wonderful surprises await you. For now, I do invite you to be my guests at the chocolate factory for one whole day. You and all my other lucky golden ticket finders. On this day, I, Mr. Willy Wonka, will escort you around the factory myself and show you everything that there is to see. And when it is time for you to go home, you will be escorted home by a procession of large trucks. These trucks, I can promise you, will be filled with enough delicious eatables to last you and your family for many years. And if you are ever to run out of supplies, you need only show this golden ticket to me, and I'll be happy to refill your cupboard with whatever you want. This way, you and your family will be able to be supplied with tasty morsels for the rest of your lives. But this is by no means the most exciting thing that will happen on the day of your visit. I have prepared even more surprises to delight, entrance, intrigue, perplex, and astonish you beyond measure. In your wildest dreams, you could not believe such things could happen to you. Just wait and see. And now, here are your instructions. The day that I have chosen for your visit is the 3rd day of the month of April at 10 o'clock sharp. Don't be late. And you're allowed to bring with you one member of your own family to escort you and ensure you don't get into mischief.
one more thing. Be sure to have this golden ticket with you, or else you will not be admitted. Signed, Willy Wonka.
Well, the 3rd of April, that's tomorrow.
Then there's not a moment to lose. Comb your hair, wash your face, scrub your hands, brush your teeth, and blow your nose.
Take that nut off your hands.
Do that!
Now we must all be very calm. First, we have to decide who is going with Charlie to the chocolate factory.
I will. I'll take him, you leave it to me.
Well, Dr. Joe seems to know more about it than we do, provided he feels well enough.
Yippee!
No. Wait. Listen, we can't go. I've been offered $10,000 for this ticket, and I'm sure someone else out there would pay more. We need the money more than we need the chocolate.
Young man, come here. There's plenty of money out there. They print more every single day. This ticket, there's only 5. That's all there's ever gold. Only a dummy would print something like this, or something as common as money. Are you a dummy boy?
No, sir.
Then get that mud off your pants. You've got a factory to go to.
Come on, Charlie.
Let's go.
To the factory.
There he is! That's him! That's Willy Wonka!
Hello! Welcome, everybody. Now, let's see. I wonder if I could recognize all of you by the pictures of you in the newspaper. You must be Augustus Bloom.
Yeah, and this is, my mother.
Delighted. You're Violet Beauregard.
So what if I am, huh? Let's just get on with this whole thing.
You must be Mrs. Beauregard. Very happy. Very happy. I think you are. Yes, you're Veruca Salt. And you must be Mr. Salt.
Oh, don't shake his hand, Daddy. It's probably all sticky and chocolatey from working in the factory. After all, he does only run a silly little factory. He's not important enough for you to be bothered shaking hands with anyway.
You must be Mike TV. Enchanted. Yes, enchanted.
Come on, I'm missing all my favorite television shows.
And I'm Mr. TV. Pleased to meet you.
Overjoyed. Overjoyed. You're the young boy who just found the ticket yesterday. The Charlie Bucket, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Thank you. And this, sir, is my Grandpa Joe.
Howdy, Mr. Wonka. Real pleased to meet you.
How do you do, Mr. Grandpa Joe? How do you do? Now, before we get started, if you all wouldn't mind signing this contract, we'd be on our way. All right. Now, listen closely. Before we go into the factory, I want to make something perfectly clear. No wandering off on your own. Shouldn't like to lose any of you at this stage of the proceedings, so dear me, no. Well, is everybody ready?
Yes.
Of course.
All right. Just through this big curtain here.
Dad,
That's right. It's nice and warm inside. I have to keep it warm inside because of the workers. They're used to an extremely hot climate. They'd die if they went outside in this weather. They'd freeze to death.
But who are all of these, workers?
All the time, my dear boy. Please be patient. Is that everybody? Good.
Tired. It seems we've been turning left, turning right, turning left, turning right, again for an hour or so. When are we going to eat? I'm hungry. You'll hear me. I want to eat right now.
Gee, Grandpa Joe, do you notice that we seem to have been going downward for the longest time?
Well, I think that Mr. Wonka said that we are going underground. That all the most important rooms in this factory are deep down below the surface.
I wonder why.
Well, I think he said there wouldn't be nearly enough space up on top. Some of the rooms we're supposed to see are enormous. Some are supposed to be larger than football fields, Charlie.
All right. Here we are. This is the chocolate room. This room is the nerve center of the entire factory. It's the heart of the whole operation.
I don't see anything but that old river over there. Where's the food? I'm hungry.
But just look at those enormous parts of this. There must be 10 or 11 of them. I wonder what's that for.
Gee, Mr. Wonka, what's wrong with your river? It's all brown and muddy.
Oh, nothing's wrong with it, my boy. Nothing. Nothing at all. It's all chocolate. Hot, melted chocolate of the finest quality. The very finest quality. Why, there's enough chocolate in that river there to fill every bathtub in the entire country. And all the swimming pools as well. Oh, and take a look at my pipes. See how they suck the chocolate out of the river and take it to all the rooms in the factory where it is needed. Thousands of gallons an hour, my dear children. Thousands and thousands of gallons.
Look up there! What is it? They're moving. They're cleaning? Why, it's little people up there on the pipes.
Goodness, she's right. Can you see them, Grandpa Joe?
I see them, Charlie.
It's just two of them.
By gosh, so there is.
There's more than two. There's 3 or 4.
What are they doing?
Where do they come from?
Who are they?
Aren't they fantastic?
They're no higher than my knee.
Look at their funny little hair. Surely they can't be real people.
Nonsense. Of course they are real people. They are some of my workers.
That's impossible. There are no people in the world as small as that.
I think so. Then let me tell you something. There are more than 3,000 of them in my entire factory. They are Oompa Loompas.
Oompa Loompas? What do you mean?
Imported directly from Loompa Land. And oh, what a terrible place it is. Filled with some of the most dangerous beasts imaginable. Hornswoggers, Snozzwangers, and the terrible, wicked Wangdoodle. A Wangdoodle would eat 10 Oompa Loompas for breakfast and then come galloping back for a second helping. When I found the Oompa Loompas, they were living in tree houses. They had to live in tree houses, you see, to escape from the Hornswogglers and the Snozzwangers and the Wangdoodles. When I found them, they were practically starving to death. They were living on nothing but green caterpillars, red beetles, eucalyptus leaves, and the bark of the bong tree. They loved cacao beans, too. They would dream about cacao beans all night and talk about them all day. It just so happens, my dear children, that cacao beans are the thing from which all chocolate is made. I myself use billions of cacao beans in this factory every week. So, I went to the leader of the Oompa Loompas, and I said to him, in Oompa Loopish, which roughly translates to, if he and his people would come with me and work for me in my factory, they could have all the cacao beans they wished. Why, he was so happy when he heard this that he jumped up into the air and threw his bowl of green mashed caterpillars right under the treehouse window. So here they are. Now, they're wonderful workers, and they all speak English now. They love singing and dancing, and I expect you'll hear a great deal of music today from time to time.
Daddy, I decided I want an Oompa Loompa. Get me an Oompa Loompa!
Well,
Go on, Daddy. Told you that I want an Oompa Loompa.
No, my pet, we mustn't interrupt Mr. Wonka.
But I want an Oompa Loompa!
All right, Maruka, all right. But I can't get it for you this second, sweetie. Please be patient. I'll see that you have them before the day is out.
Augustus, sweetheart, I don't think you had better do that.
No, Augustus, you must come away. My chocolate must be untouched by human hands.
Augustus, did you hear what the man said? Come away from the river at once.
This stuff is terrific. I need a whole bucket to drink it properly.
No, Augustus, you must come away. You are dirtying my chocolate.
Augustus, you'll be giving that nasty code of yours to millions of people all over the country. Be careful, Augustus, you're leaning too far out. Oh, save him! He'll drown! He can't swim beyond. Save him! Save him! Don't just stand that door something!
Look! He's being sucked closer to one of the pipes!
And there he goes! Augustus, where are you going? Come back at once! He's disappeared! He's disappeared! Where does that pipe go to? You must call the fire brigade!
Oh, keep calm. He'll come out perfectly fine.
He'll be turned to marshmallows!
Oh, impossible!
And why not, may I ask?
Because that pipe doesn't go anywhere near the marshmallow room. It goes to the room where I make the most delicious kind of strawberry-flavored, chocolate-coated fudge.
Oh, my poor Augustus, they'll be sending him all over the country by the pound! How dare you laugh like that when my boy's just gone up the pipe? You monster! Do you think this is some kind of joke to you? Sucking my boy up into your fudge room like that, it's not one great, colossal joke!
I can assure you, madam, that your darling boy will be perfectly safe.
If he's safe, then where is he?
Go to the Oompa Loompas over there and ask them to show you the fudge room. When you get there, take a long stick and start poking around inside the great big fudge mixing barrel. He should be there. But don't take too long, though. He's liable to get poured out into the fudge boiler, and that really would be a disaster, wouldn't it? My fudge would become quite uneatable.
What? What did you say?
I'm joking. Forgive me. Goodbye, Mrs. Glue.
Oh, you pay my pudding custard!
See you later.
Augustus Gloop, the great big greedy nincompoop. Augustus Gloop, so big and vile, so greedy, foul, and infantile. Come on, we cry, the time is right, to send him shooting up the pipe.
But don't, dear children, be alarmed.
Augustus Gloop will not be harmed. Augustus Gloop will not be harmed. We must admit he will be altered quite a bit.
Slowly wheels go round and round,
And cogs begin to grind and pound.
We'll boil him for a minute more, until we're absolutely sure that out he comes by God, by grace. A miracle has taken place. A miracle has taken place. This mighty group, this mouse is here. It's loved by people everywhere. Go to the cave, very grudge against the washer spirit of the fire.
I do say that all seemed rather rehearsed. Like they knew it was all gonna happen.
Poppycock! Look at that. Our transportation is here.
Go on, Daddy.
Oh, grandmother.
It sure is dark in here. How can these dumb Oompa Loompas see where they're going?
There's no knowing where they're going. There's no earthly way of knowing which direction they are going. There's no knowing where they're rowing or which way the river's flowing. Not a speck of light is showing, so the danger must be growing. For the rowers keep on rowing, and they're certainly not showing any sign that they are slowing.
What is going on with Walker? He's crazy! Bobby! Nothing! He's Tony! He's Daffy! Goofy! Buggy!
Oh, no, he's not.
Switch on the lights! Run faster! Faster!
Door in the wall. It says cream room, whipped cream, violet cream, dairy cream, coffee cream, and hair cream.
What do you use hair cream for?
To lock in moisture.
Another door. Whip room.
Whip! What on earth do you use whip for?
Whipping cream, of course. How can you get whipped cream without whipping it with whips? Whipped cream isn't whipped cream unless it's been whipped with whips. Just as a poached egg isn't a poached egg unless it's been stolen from the woods in the dead of night. Row on, please.
Another door. Bean room. Jelly beans, coffee beans, cacao beans, and has-beans.
Has-beens.
Yo! Terrible! Arguing! Press on! Stop the boat! We're there.
Where?
Up there.
What's up there?
You'll see. Important room in the entire factory. All my most impressive new inventions are cooking and simmering in here. Why, old Ficklegruber would give his front teeth to be allowed inside just for 3 minutes. So would Prodnose and Slugworth and all the other rotten chocolate makers. Listen to me. There's very dangerous stuff in there, so I want no touching, no meddling, and no tasting. Is that agreed?
Yeah, whatever.
What's this thing, Monsieur?
Everlasting gobstoppers. They're completely new. I'm inventing them for children who are given very little pocket money. You put an everlasting gobstopper in your mouth and you can suck it and 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 suck it. It'll never get any smaller.
It's like gum.
It is not like gum. Gum is for chewing. You try chewing one of these gobstoppers, you'd break your little teeth off. They taste fantastic and they change color once a week. Now, that machine over there makes hair toffee. I haven't got it quite right yet. But when I do, there'll be no more excuse for little boys and girls going about with bald heads.
But, Mr. Wonka, little boys and girls never go about with
Please, stop interrupting me. Now, if you will all come this way, I'll show you something I am terrifically proud of. Stand back. Stand back. All right, here we go.
That's all.
That's all? Don't you know what it is?
My gum, it's gum. It's like a chewing gum.
Right you are. This is a stick of the most amazing and fantastical gum in the entire world. This gum is a sensational gum in that it is a chewing gum meal. It's a whole 3-course dinner all by itself. When I start selling this gum in the shops, it will be the end of meals, forks, washing up, plates, and garbage. This stick of gum I've just made happens to be tomato soup, roast beef, and blueberry pie. You could have almost anything you ever want.
What do you mean?
If you were to start chewing it, you would actually taste all of those things. And it fills you up. It satisfies you. It's terrific.
It's utterly impossible.
Just so long as it's gum.
Then that's for me. Come on, Mr. Wonka. Hand over this magic gum of yours. Let's see if the thing really works.
Now, Violet, let's not do anything silly.
I want the gum. What's so silly?
I'd really rather you wouldn't take it. I haven't got it quite right yet. There's still one.
Oh, the heck with that! Fabulous! It's great! Tomato soup, I can feel it running down my throat.
Yeah, spit it out.
Young lady, I think you'd better
It's
listen.
changing! Roast beef, baked potato, crispy chicken, and butter!
Keep chewing, kiddo. My little girl is going to be the first person in the world to have a chewing gum meal.
I'm just a little bit concerned about the.
Strawberry pie and ice cream!
Yeah, that part.
What's happening to her nose? She's turning blue.
Your whole nose has gone purple.
What do you mean?
Violet! You're turning violet! Violet, what is happening?
It always goes wrong when it comes to the dessert. It's the blueberry pie that does it, but I'll get it right one day. You get the soup.
You're swelling up.
I feel most peculiar.
You're swelling up. You're blowing up like a balloon.
Like a blueberry.
Call a doctor.
Rip her with a pin.
Save her.
Hold the Oompa Loompas I tried it on turned out as blueberries. It is most annoying.
And I don't want a blueberry for a daughter. Put her back this instant.
All right. Have the Oompa Loompas over there roll Miss Beauregard into the juicing room at once.
The juicing room? What for?
Oh, to squeeze her. We've got to get all this juice out of her immediately.
Get here.
After that, we'll just have to see how she turns out.
I can't believe this is happening. You will not hear the end of this. My husband will hear about this.
Bye-bye.
Oh, goodness. Mr. Wonka, will she ever be back to normal?
Oh, she'll come out of the de-juicing machine just as thin as a whistle. And she'll be purple. Purple from head to toe. There you are. That's what comes from chewing disgusting gum all day long.
If it's so disgusting, then why do you make it in your factory?
I can't hear a single word you're saying. Come on!
Just like a violin. Chewing, chewing, all in all. Chewing, chewing, all in all. Chewing, chewing, all in all. Hey, you choose a word. Your flies get stronger every day. With one great tremendous chew. And fight the poor girl's tongue at you. And that is why we try so hard.
Said Miss Violet Beauregard.
Chewing, chewing, all in all. Chewing, chewing, all in all. Chewing, 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 all in all. 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 Chewing, chewing, all in all.
Everlasting gobstopper.
All right. Stop here for a moment and catch your breath. And take a peek, but don't go in. Whatever you do, do not go into the nut room. You'll disturb the miniature squirrels.
Jeepers, there's 5 of them?
These squirrels are specifically trained for getting the nuts out of walnuts.
Why use squirrels? Why not use Oompa Loompas?
Nobody can get walnuts out in one piece, except squirrels. I insist upon only using whole walnuts in my factory, so I use squirrels to do the job. And see how they first tap each walnut with their knuckles, to make sure it's not a bad one. If it is bad, they don't bother to open it. They simply throw it down the garbage chute.
Hey, Daddy. I decided I want a squirrel. Give me one of those squirrels!
Don't be silly, sweetheart. These all belong to Mr. Wonka.
Well, I don't care about that. I want one. All I've got at home is 2 dogs and 4 cats and 6 bunny rabbits and 2 parakeets and 3 canaries and a green parrot and a turtle and a bowl of goldfish
price.
Well, they're not for sale. She can't have one.
Who says I can't? I'm going in to grab me a squirrel this very minute!
Don't do that.
All right, I'll have you. Actually, I really Save her.
Watch! My goodness! Oh, her head must be sounding quite hollow.
Where's it taking her?
Where all the other bad ones go? Down the dog.
Like all the shoes going down the chute.
She's gone!
And where do you suppose she's gone to?
Well, that particular chute runs into the great big main rubbish pipe, which carries away all the floor sweepings and potato peelings and fish heads and rotten cabbages and stuff like that.
Who eats fish and cabbage and potatoes in this factory? I'd like to know.
I do, of course. You don't think I live on cacao beans, do you? Anyway, that pipe goes into the incinerator at the end.
Now see here, Wonka. I think you've gone just a shade too far this time. I do indeed. My daughter may be a bit of a frump, I don't mind admitting it, but that doesn't mean you can roast her to a crisp. I'll have you know I'm extremely cross about this. I really am.
Oh, don't be cross, my dear sir. I'm sure she's perfectly all right. She may not have even gone down the pipe at all. She may be stuck just below the entrance wall. And if that's the case, all you have to do is reach in and pull her out.
Good gracious me, what a load of rubbish this will be today. Veruca? Help me! Oh dear! Mr. Wonka, will they be okay?
I assume somebody will catch them.
But what about the great fiery incinerator?
Oh, that? They only light it every other day. Perhaps this is one of the days when they just let out. You never know. They might be lucky. Anyhow, I've never seen anything like it. The children are disappearing like rabbits. Shall we move on?
Yes.
My feet are getting tired. I want to watch television.
If you are tired, then we'd better take the elevator. It's just down the hall.
Salt, the little brute, has just gone down the garbage chute, and she will be as she descends. A rather different set of friends. A rather different set of friends. A rather different set of friends. A fish head, for example, cut this morning from a halibut. An oyster from an oyster stew. A steak that no one else would chew. And lots of other things as well. Each with its rather horrid smell. Horrid smell. These are the Rucas who found friends. As she will meet, as she descends. These are the Rucas who found friends. Who went and spoiled her, who indeed, who parented to her every need, who turned her into such a brat. Who are the culprits? Who did that? The guilty ones. Now this is sad. Dear old mom and loving dad.
It's a great glass elevator. And look at all the buttons all over.
This isn't any ordinary up and down elevator. This elevator can go sideways and slantways and long ways and any other ways you can think of. It can visit any single room in the entire factory. All you have to do is press the button and zing. You're off. Terrific.
And look, each button is labeled.
And each button stands for a room.
Yeah, let's see. Strawberry juice, water pistols, exploding candies for your enemies, stick shot for talkative parents, invisible chocolate bars for eating in class, rainbow drops stuck in them and you can spit in 6 different colors.
Come on, enough already. Everybody on.
Isn't there a television room in all this lot?
Certainly. It's just right. Excuse me. There.
Yes, that's for me.
Hold on.
Oh.
I'm gonna be sick. Oh, don't be sick. Try and stop me, and you'd better take my hat. Make this awful thing stop. Oh, can't do that. It won't stop till we get there. I just hope nobody's using the other elevator at this particular moment.
What other elevator?
Oh, the one that goes in the opposite direction, on the same track as this one.
Holy mackerel! You mean we might have a collision?
I've always been lucky so far.
Now I am gonna be sick.
Oh, no, you can't be sick now. We're nearly there. Don't spoil my hat.
Some ride.
Never again. Listen to me. Before we go into this television chocolate room, I want to make something perfectly clear. There's very dangerous stuff in there, so I want no meddling about. All right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the testing room for my very latest and greatest invention. Television chocolate.
But what is television chocolate?
Heavens, child, stop interrupting me. It works by television. I don't like television myself. I suppose it's all right in small doses, but children never seem to be able to take it in small doses. They want to sit there all day long, staring and staring at the screen.
That's me.
Shut up. Thank you. Now, the first time I saw television working, I was struck by a tremendous idea. If a picture could be broken up into a million pieces, and the pieces sent whizzing through the air where they are reconstructed on a television screen, why couldn't I do the same thing with a real bar of chocolate? Break the chocolate up into a million tiny pieces, send the pieces whizzing through the air where they are received by an antenna, and then put them back together on the television screen, all ready to be eaten.
Impossible.
Think so? Watch me send a real bar of chocolate from one end of this room to the other by television. Bring in the chocolate bar, please. It has to be good, because whenever you send something by television, it always comes out much smaller than it was when it went in. No, you, Mike TV, stand back. There are very dangerous rays coming out of that thing, and they could break you up into a million tiny pieces in 1 second. That's better. Now, switch on.
The chocolate's gone.
It is now in a million tiny pieces whizzing through the air above our heads. We must watch the television screen. Shut it!
Ow, it's just a picture on a television screen.
Take it! Fantastic! It's a miracle! Just imagine when I start using this on broadcast channels. A commercial will flash on screen saying, "Eat Wonka's chocolates. They're the best in the whole world." If you don't believe us, try one for yourself. Now, terrific!
But, Mr. Wonka, could you send other things through the air in the same way? Like people. Could you send a real-life person from one place to another in the same way?
Person? You off your rocker?
But could it be done?
Good heavens, child, I really don't know. I suppose it could. I guess it could. Sure. Although I'd rather not try it. It may have some very nasty results.
Look at me! I'm gonna be the first person in the world to be sent my television!
No.
Wait, stop! Come back! You'll be turned into a million tiny pieces.
Come on!
Wait.
See you later, alligator!
Dangerous stuff. Come on, what are you doing?
He's gone. We shall have to hope for the best. We must pray that your little boy comes out unharmed at the other end. For now, we must watch the screen. You can come through at any moment.
It's taking a heck of a long time to come across.
Hold everything! Something's happening.
Here he comes. Yes, that's him, all right. But he's a midget. Isn't he going to get any bigger?
Grab him, quick! He's completely okay.
You call this okay? He's shrunk.
Of course he shrunk. What did you expect?
This is terrible. I can't send him back to school like this. He'll get squashed. He won't be able to do anything. What's that, Mike? Never. No, you will not be allowed to watch television. I'm throwing the television set right out of the window the moment we get home. I have had enough of television. What's that, Mike? I don't care what you want or how much you jump and scream. There!
Mr. Wonka, how will Mike ever grow again?
Well, small boys are extremely springy and elastic. Perhaps he'll stretch out again if we put him in a special machine I have for testing the tough elasticity of chewing.
How far do you think he'll stretch?
Maybe miles. Anyway, he'll be awfully thin. But don't worry, we'll fatten him up with my super vitamin candy. It contains every vitamin from A to Z. For now, take these orders to the Oompa Loompas and don't look so worried. They'll all come out in the wash, you know. Every one of them. Moving on.
Yes, please.
The most important thing that we've ever learned, the most important thing we've learned as far as children are concerned is never to look near the television set, or better still just don't install the idiotic things at all.
The senses in the head.
It keeps imagination dead.
It clogs and clutters up the mind.
It makes a child so dull and blind.
So dull, so dull. You can no longer understand
A fairy tale, a fairy land.
A fairyland, a fairyland.
His brain becomes as soft as cheese.
His thinking powers must embrace. And I think he only sees. He only sees, he only sees. Regarding little Mike TV, we very much regret that we regret that we.
Just simply have to wait and see. We very much regret that we shall simply have to wait and see if we can get it back to sight. But if we can, it serves them right.
Which room shall it be next? Hurry up! We must be going. And how many children are left now?
I believe it's only Charlie left now, Mr. Wonka.
You mean you're the only one?
Why, yes, sir, I guess I am.
So much to do, so much to do. Invoices and bills, letters. I must answer that note from the Queen.
Mr. Wonka, what's gonna happen to the other kids? Augustus, Veruca?
Oh, Charlie, my dear boy, when they leave this place, they'll be perfectly restored to their normal, terrible old selves. And perhaps they'll be a little bit wiser for the wear. Anyhow, don't worry about them. Exit's down the hall, I'm sure you'll find it. Terribly sorry for not being able to show you out. Terribly busy. Whole day wasted. Goodbye to you both. Good day, sir.
Goodness, what happened? Did we do something wrong?
I don't know, Charlie. But I'm gonna find out. Mr. Wonka!
I said good day, sir.
I just wanted to ask about the chocolate. The lifetime supply of chocolate for Charlie. When does he get it?
He doesn't.
And why not?
Because he broke the rules.
What rules? We didn't see any rules, now did we, Charlie?
Wrong, sir. Wrong. Under Section 37B of the contract, signed by him, it states quite clearly, and you can read it for yourself in this phototastic copy, I, the undersigned, shall forfeit all rights, privileges, and license herein contained, etc., etc. Vax mentis insignia gloria corpum, etc., etc. Memo is punto delicantum. It's all right there, black and white, clear as crystal. You stole the everlasting gobstopper. You lose. Good day, sir.
You're a crook! You're cheating a swindler, that's what you are! How can you do a thing like that? Build up a little boy's hopes and then smash his dream to pieces? You're an inhuman monster!
I said good day.
Come on, Charlie, let's get out of here. I'll get even with him, it's the last thing I ever do. If Slugworth wants a gobstopper, he'll get one.
Mr. Wonka.
So shines a good deed in a weary world. Charlie, my boy, you did it! You won! Oh, I knew you would. I just knew you would. Please forgive me for putting you all through this. Charlie, come in, Mr. Wilkinson. Charlie, meet Mr. Wilkinson.
Slugworth.
No, that's not Slugworth. He works for me.
For you.
I had to test you, Charlie, and you passed the test. You won.
Won what?
The jackpot, my dear sir. The grand and glorious jackpot.
The chocolate?
Yes, the chocolate, and oh my goodness, so much time and so little to do. Strike that, reverse it. So, how did you like my chocolate factory, Charlie?
Why, I think it's the most wonderful place in the entire world.
Oh, I'm very glad to hear you say that, because I'm giving it to you.
You're giving Charlie the chocolate
I
factory?
can't go on forever, and I'd rather not like to try. So I decided I needed to find somebody to look after the factory for me when I was gone. Not an adult. An adult would want to do everything their own way. That's why I decided long ago that I needed to find a child. A very kind, honest, and loving child who I could tell all my most precious chocolate-making secrets, and who would take care of the Oompa Loompas for me.
And that's why you sent out the golden tickets.
Well, that's right. So you can move in immediately.
And me?
Well, of course.
And what about the rest
Oh,
of
the
us?
whole family. I want you to bring them all. Oh, but Charlie, don't forget what happened to the boy who suddenly got everything he always wanted.
What happened?
He lived happily ever after.
Wonderful cast and crew again. Our amazing people up on lights and sound. And our director, Mr. Buckingham.
Only. So, could my seniors, especially my officers, step forward, please? And everybody give them an enormous round of applause. President Winifred, could you take it away, please? Thank you.
When you guys first entered, you all got like half a raffle ticket. Could you guys get those out for me, please? And the lucky winner who gets pulled gets a golden ticket or a $10 coffee pot gift card. Whoa! Alrighty. Woo. Our winner is 7, 8, 3, 3, 1, 8.
Oh, dang.
Oh, it wasn't me. Anybody? Anyone? Do we need to do a reread or a draw again? Reread. Okay.
Lights on.
House lights.
House lights.
House lights. Thank you.
There you go.
7, 8, 3, 3, 1, 8. And we will be out there for pictures. Thank you for coming.